A baby was abandoned in an airport bathroom. 35 years have passed, and the mystery still remains. He was left in the ladies' airport bathroom on the cold floor, bundled in a blue and white check pattern blanket. But who left a 10-day-old infant in such a poor state? Everyone wondered where he came from. Though the infant had been fed and well cared for, sleeping so peacefully, why was he abandoned? Beryl Wright was scrubbing her hands at the sink when she noticed something on the icy floor of the public restroom, a blue and white checkered package. It was perfectly still. Years later, Wright explained that she thought it was just a discarded rag. It was the afternoon of April 10, 1986, within the hive of Gatwick Airport, located 30 miles south of London. Wright, a sales worker at the terminal's duty-free shop, followed her curiosity and removed the blanket. Inside, there was a newborn boy. No one came forward for the baby, named Gary Gatwick, after the airport's teddy bear mascot. He was found in 1986 at Gatwick Airport, 30 miles south of London. He went into foster care, was eventually adopted, and was renamed Steve Hydes, according to The Guardian. Police, social workers, and airport staff were quickly on the scene with the abandoned youngster, who was estimated by physicians to be 10 days old. According to The Guardian, a social worker covered the chilled baby in a scuff. The child's clothing was soaked, so the airport's public relations personnel spent their D-money to purchase him a new outfit. A police sergeant and father of 3 provided food for the infant and even offered to take him home if the mother and father did not show up. Nobody came forward. Instead, reports about the orphan newborn began to dominate newspaper headlines throughout England. They named him Gary Gatwick after the airport's teddy bear mascot. The boy was carted off to foster care. For the next 20 years, as Wright would later say, she did not go a day without thinking about what happened to the little boy she discovered alone in the bathroom. The events of the day would eventually haunt the boy himself, who was adopted by a local couple and named Steve Hydes. After growing up in a loving household and starting his own family with a partner, Hydes decided in 2004 to make his own effort to fill in the gaps in his past. "I want my mother to know that I'm not angry with her and there will be no publicity if she comes forward," Hydes told The Guardian in 2011. "But there are so many things I'd like to ask her, and so much I'd like to know about my background." After years of false starts and frustrating ends, Hydes announced earlier this month that he had discovered his birth parents. On a Facebook page set up to document his search, Hydes said genealogical research had led to the breakthrough. But Hydes now only has part of the picture. "We have been able to trace and confirm my birth family," he wrote on Facebook earlier this month. "Unfortunately, my birth mother has passed away, so I am unable to find out exactly what happened and why." In 2016, Hydes shared with The Independent that his childhood, marked by being abandoned, was countered by the love he received from his adoptive parents, Sandra and John, and 3 sisters. Hydes, now working as a landscape gardener, only began exploring his origins when he and his partner, Sammy, welcomed their first child, Alana. With 2 children of his own, Hydes felt the need to find his birth parents, a quest he announced successfully on Facebook recently. However, the journey was challenging, and not all mysteries were resolved. Starting the search in 2004 by collecting press clippings from the days following his discovery, Hydes returned to the airport where he was found. There, he met those who cared for him, including the police officer, airport staff, and the woman who discovered him on the bathroom floor. Their stories deeply affected him, and he noted their exceptional care. Trying to obtain his police report proved futile, leading him to publish an open letter in a tabloid in 2010, urging his mother to come forward. Unfortunately, he received no response. Hydes turned to science for help in tracking down his birth parents, and after 15 years, he succeeded. He shared on Facebook that while his birth mother had passed away, he could connect with his birth father and half-siblings, who were previously unaware of his existence. Hydes reflected on a happy childhood with adoptive parents and 3 sisters, which softened the impact of abandonment. His search intensified after having children with Sammy, leading to the recent discovery. The circumstances surrounding his presence in the airport bathroom remain a mystery. Hydes, cautious about sharing details, mentioned that everything is too fresh, and he is taking time to get to know his newly found family. He concluded his Facebook post with this statement.